Civil Guy here. Okay, let me cut the nonsense. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about DLP printers. In the last video, if you weren't aware, please check that out right now. It's I guess this is going to be linked right here. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I talked about two important printer types. I talked about FDM printers and SLA printers. I talk about how pricing has surged and decreased over time, but it is 2020 now and prices have pretty much stabilized at a reasonable rate. So if you're in the market for a 3D printer, definitely now would be the best time to get a 3D printer. And then I didn't mention this. I think I did. I kind of skimmed over this in the last video, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it now. You also have DLP printers. And these are similar to SLA printers, but they're kind of different. SLA printers typically use a high-powered laser to solidify the resin, while DLP printers typically use an LCD monitor, and it just basically mirrors that image of the model layer by layer to solidify the resin. So to demonstrate that, I do not have this printer turned on at the moment, and you're going to find out why. But I'm going to turn the camera around so you can actually see what the Elegoo Mars looks like. And this is a printer I bought probably a month ago, and I still haven't, like I said, opened it up and actually used it yet. But I do know how it works, and I'm going to go ahead and explain it to you now. So this is the Elegoo Mars Pro, and as you can tell, it has a little monitor screen here. And I can't turn it on right now because there's no power going to it. If we lift this case up, yeah, there we go. Set that to the side. Yeah, it has a styrofoam right here. Yeah, this all has to come off. Alright, so when you get your Elegoo Mars, this is the screen I was referring to, and there's a little film on top of this thing. So if I were to unscrew this, if I pull this off, I don't want it to fall here. I can literally take this tray and remove it, and that is the LCD screen that basically shows the image on this, and it shines a light through the liquid resin. So usually you would pour resin in this vat, and they call it a vat. And this thing is, I don't know if it's expensive. I have to look it up on eBay for replacement, because I know when I was in college and I was using the Formlabs, we had some extras of these, and boy, the bottoms would get all scratched up because we would try to get all the solidified resin out of the bottom of the vat. You don't want that to happen. Okay, you want the resin to stick on the build plate, which it's not mounted on here yet. So here's the build plate. This is what it looks like. Now it does have a clear plastic cover over that. That would have to be removed before I actually use this printer. When I peel that off, the best practice is great adhesion when you're using this machine. You don't want your 3D model to fall into the vat once you pour liquid resin in there. So it's all, it's pretty simple basically. With an FDM printer, basically the build plate is upright like this. But on an SLA or even a DLP printer like this one, the build plate is upside down. And this would slide in here just like that. I'm not going to lift this up because it's not even turned on yet. This is a very dangerous machine. You don't want to breathe in the fumes. Liquid resin is not good for your health. So you don't want to touch that stuff. You really want to wear gloves and wear a mask when operating your printer. And as you can tell, this thing goes up this rod, and this thing right here goes over this, and basically it protects your print from UV light or omnidirectional light sources that are, that may interfere with the printing process. So that's typically what you would have over your printer while it is in the middle of running. And yeah, like I said, both FDM and SLA and even DLP printers serve a purpose in this world. And hopefully, if this thing kind of piqued your interest, you might actually go out there and buy one. And that's my main goal of teaching you guys that this technology exists today and can be used by one of you guys. So if you're really interested in this, definitely take a look at it. Do a little bit more research. Don't just look at one video. Look at a number of videos out here on YouTube, and also read about it if you can. There's definitely a lot of helpful information out there to get you started if you're really interested in 3D printing. But there's a lot you can do with this, and I'm going to go a little more in detail about the actual modeling process and actually printing something during the video, so you can actually see how the process is, how seamless it is, or how difficult it might be to clean up the models and whatnot. So I want to show you guys that whole process. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you civilians later.